Hello. I'm trying to see who I'll see online today. Let's see if I'll get lucky. Hiya, guys. It's Jenny's Hub. Let's see who's going to come online today and chat with me. It's been a while. Let me see if I'll catch anybody online. Hello. Hello, guys. Wow. I'll just sit here and see. Hiya. Someone has come on. Hello. Hiya. Hi, girl. How are you? Mama Faith TV. Yeah. I just finished doing the video. Hi, P-Man. Hi. I just finished shooting the video and I just said, well, let me go live and see if I'll see anybody online. Hi, guys. How we doing? How we all keeping? Are we good? What's happening? Hi. 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 Hello, guys. How we doing? I've gotten so much emails. Hi. Many people have been saying, where have you been? Where's Jenny? Where's Jenny's hub? Well, Jenny's hub has been busy, busy running around. How are we doing, guys? Oh, I look fresh. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. How is Nigeria doing? I know it's not easy. It's not been easy. I mean, it's not been easy. It's not been easy at all. So, guys, how are we doing? Who is here in the UK? Who is coming in anytime soon? What are the challenges we are facing? I mean, the whole thing to get a job now in the UK is a nightmare. It's gone from bad to horrible. It's really, if anybody wants to join me, I mean, I have a few minutes to spare before my Oga at the top comes in. I'm just on his way back. So if anybody wants to, hi, Debbie, how are you? Nice to have you online. I just came online. I just wanted to see if I could find anybody just so we could just chat. Does anybody want to join me just to share an experience? Or you're coming in September. Wow! I love to hear that. Someone said plan to come over in 6 months' time. Why 6 months? Is that not too far? Are you coming as a student or is it for work? Well, as long as you have the plan in place. Wow. Where are you coming to in September? Where are you coming to? Are you coming to London? Outside London? Where exactly are you coming into? Someone said, I'm in the UK. My challenge for now is how to grow in the care career. That should be your top priority. I'm telling you for a fact. That should be your top priority, how to grow. No more sponsorship for care assistant. Yes, I can tell you for a fact it's tough. It's been really, really tough. It's been very, very tough. And it's been tough because it's still we are a problem. We are our problem. It is still people like you and I that have gone and messed up the whole system. You know, I remember when I came to the UK just last year, April. Imagine I was given accommodation, I was given a car, I was made very comfortable, free accommodation. Okay, you're coming as a student of Hall. Hall is very close to me. Hall is very, very close. I'm in York. So when you come in, just shoot me an email. Maybe you could come and eat jollof rice in my house someday. That's not a promise though. Hall is very, very close to me, just about 30 minutes by train from where I stay in York. Yeah. So unfortunately, yeah, the care visa stuff, there are still jobs, but it's now very tight. Unfortunately, it is us that spoiled the whole thing. People started demanding for money. You're coming for a truck driving job. Really? Wow. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's very, very interesting. Tell me more about it. I'd love to know more about it. Have you gotten the job already? Or you're just still applying? Like, is it being sponsored? That's very interesting. Please tell me more. Send me an email, please, and I'd love to know more. So we can share to others back home, back home in Africa as well. Okay, someone said steps on how to grow. Look, there's so many ways you can grow as a care assistant. Okay, there's so many ways to grow. If you want to remain in the health sector, fine. Like I tell people, In the Western world, there are two major areas that you would never ever look for job if you grow your career. That's IT and health. You can't go wrong if you're in the health sector or if you're in the IT sector. I'm telling you from experience, you can't go wrong. So if you're in the health sector already, I would say build up from there. What most people do, some train up, some get their MVQ, MVQ3, some go on to have MVQ4, MVQ5. Most of your managers in care home, most of them are not graduates, so most of them they didn't go to university like you. Most of them are just MVQ, the national qualifications, and they grew to become managers. So if that's the career you want to follow, fine. Some people as well, some other people they just go ahead, maybe go back to school and become, go and study nursing, you know, and that the easier way to do that is if you can join the NHS. Most people when they join the NHS Trust is open to training people to become, band 4 nurses, band 5 nurses. And that is why I encourage people, if you're already here in the country, one of the easiest way you can grow your career is to join the NHS. So wherever you are working right now, when your contract expires or when you've worked for a good number of time, please don't just get up and leave your employer. It's not fair, it's not kind. All right, make sure whoever brought you into this country, this is what I advocate. I came into this country personally, I was given a 1-year visa and I worked for about 6 months before I left. It's fair, isn't it? So wherever you're working, ensure that at least you work for a while, and then but while you are there, ensure that you're taking steps to build your career. Okay, so the health sector, yes, is somewhere you really want to grow. And guys, some of these things we found them very late. Like for example, being a registered nurse is a global career. It can take you to anywhere in the world. Okay, unless the nursing is not cut out for you. There are also social care. We have the social care workers. You can grow, and I think they even have some free social care courses you can take. That are government funded. But because we don't have access to government fund, you might not be able to access that unless after a period of time. So social worker is another very hot area here in the UK. In the health sector, it's not just nurses as well. There are so many areas you can become, you can become a healthcare worker. You have the physician associates that are close to the doctors. You have I think they call them, someone said, can you share the link for NHS jobs for sponsored workers? My dear, there are so many, there's no particular link. If you go to track jobs, and that's what I tell my people that come for one-on-one session with me, just that I guide you in the process. If you go to track jobs, there are so many care assistant jobs, all right, on track job. Just go to track jobs. But first of all, you need to sign up to track jobs. So when you sign up, you have a profile, then you can start. It's not just care assistant, even doctors, even nurses. Now, that is where you find all the jobs of healthcare assistant in the NHS. Now, I keep saying that with the NHS, as much as I know, most NHS trusts have the license to sponsor. I think every NHS trust has license to sponsor, but some of them prefer to sponsor nurses, from overseas or from here. While a good number of them also sponsor healthcare assistants. But now, from my experience and from what I heard from other people, the most trusts that sponsor are mental health trusts. Okay, thank you. You're so lovable. Oh, I'm going to tell my husband that. So most mental health hospitals, they are the ones that sponsor. Okay, most mental hospitals they just sponsor very easily compared to general. Now the reason is because is NHS job like a government job? What are the benefits, my dear? The benefit, I've shared a video on my channel, just go and watch it. The benefits are overwhelming. Okay, one of the comments somebody made, somebody said I look fresh. When I was doing the domiciliary, I was not this fresh. I was not. Okay, that doesn't mean I did not appreciate the job I have. That doesn't mean I didn't give it my best. But the truth is there are so many benefits of working with NHS, so many benefits. Number one is career growth. Okay, the NHS provides you an opportunity for you to grow. The NHS train you to the best. I mean, they train you to the best of whatever. So even as a healthcare assistant, you are being trained like, in fact, my trainings, I'm even tired at a point. I'm like, I beg now too much. There's so much training. You are trained to the teeth. You're trained to be capable. You're not just taking training for training sake. NHS train you that you're capable of whatever you're doing. That is how beautiful it is to work with the NHS. Okay, there are so many things you can enjoy. Their benefits are amazing. Depends on the trust, depends on where you are. Some trust they can sponsor you. My trust sponsored me for 5 years. All right, I got a free 5 years sponsorship. A lot of benefits. You have your 7 weeks holiday, which is also amazing. You can work as a bank staff. There's so many benefits. You have your pets. Some trusts they have other things like my trust. When you spend about a year, you can be sponsored to train you further if you want to go and progress your career. Some other trusts they also have opportunities that abound. And the work-life balance is also amazing. Some trusts also gives you opportunity for you to. And the truth is, there's also there's this respect that comes with working with NHS. I didn't realize this until I started working. Do you know when I wanted to get this house, there were a lot of people that were interested in this house. And you know how if you're in the UK or if you've heard of stories in the UK, get an apartment, doesn't come that easy. Especially if you're because what I was renting was like a public house and all that. But because of the fact that I was working with NHS, it gave me an advantage. I didn't know until I started living here. All right, it gave me an advantage because they know that your salary is stable. They just know that with the NHS, there's this job security that comes with working with NHS. Your employer cannot just get up and say, "Hey, you looked at me like this, I'm sacking you." No, okay. Your guy kata, everybody's a guy in their own right. Even your manager, everybody's trying to protect their job. So it's not like one person is a guy over anybody. No. Okay, your manager, you can walk up to your manager, tell her your peace of mind. Everybody have, yeah, of course, we have to respect each other. So there's a lot of perks that come with it. I've even heard that people, because getting a mortgage or getting all these things you can get on loan, that job security gives you an advantage. There's a lot that comes with it. You're trained very well. Easy job. Where I work, things are very easy. Like your job, your colleagues. Even at work, there's a lot of things they provide for us. And they provide lunch, drinks. It's I beg. The advantage is just so much. Imagine working for the NHS. Like in the last couple of months, about 3 months, the bus system that we use, they gave us free. One of the bus we use because I'm an NHS worker, we drive for free for 3 months. Yes, these are one of the pegs. These are small pegs, but it counts. Imagine not paying bus fare for about 3 months. Saves you some money. Okay. And while you're also working as well, there's some things you will not really encounter. All this winch hunting, backbiting. It's not as if it's not there, but it's very, very subtle. So the benefits are just enormous. So I encourage anyone, if it's something that you really, really want to do, it's not easy getting into the system. NHS can be draining to start to get the job. But by the help of God, you can always get something tangible. I've been sharing my testimonies on my wall of my one-on-one clients that have gotten interviews. One has an interview next week, Thursday. I'm trusting God. There's still more to come. One of them, a guy, he's gotten a sponsored job in London. I'm so happy. All these are the things that keeps me fresh, okay? So it's not just me. I also have people that have their own testimonies as well, okay? So how are you guys all doing? How are we doing? How are we doing? How is life treating you guys? If you're someone says, what happens after your 3 year sponsorship is up? Okay, so for me, I got a 5 year sponsorship. So, but if you get a 3 year sponsorship, before that time, of course, you let your employer know. And if you want to remain with that company, they can renew your sponsorship for another 2 years. Because after 5 years, you're eligible to apply for the permanent residence of United Kingdom. That's the beauty of this visa. Now, for people that come in as students, if you want to continue as a student, you get your permanent residence after 10 years. But the healthcare work visa is after 5 years. So after 3 years, if you want to leave that company and go to another company that will sponsor you, fine and good. If not, of course, you can always discuss with your employers to sponsor your job. Okay. Does anybody have any other question before I run away? So I just wanted to come on here just to say hi. And these are the lucky guys that saw my face today. If you have any other question you just want to ask, it's a good opportunity. Just put it in the comments. I'll see it and I will respond. Okay. If you have a question, you think you just want clarity about a certain thing, well, this is the hour. This is the hour you're waiting for. Someone say, please, a quick guideline on cheap steps to grow in care. Well, I just stated them. The ways you can grow is by taking as much courses as possible. Speaking to your employer. Let your employer know you want to grow in care. Okay. When I got on the job, I told my manager straight, this is my plans. So I'm not just here to come and do only care. I told them I told her she knows that this is my plan, this is where I'm going. So it's already at the back of her mind, and she's already chasing me up to say, look, you need to finish up this. I'll be starting my MVQ very soon. As soon as I start my MVQ, I'm chasing up to the next step. So one of the easy ways to let you, don't be scared and say, they'll come and know my plans. My dear, you never can tell. If your employer can sponsor your MVQ, let them know and let them sponsor your MVQ. If not, you sponsor it. You start saving sponsor it yourself. If you want to go back to school to study, it's up to you. Unfortunately, I think some of us, unless you stay in this country for 3 years, you might have to pay international fees. But if not, you have to wait maybe till after 3 years, then you can pay home fees. So these are the things you want to consider. You want to start planning. You want to research more. That's why I encourage people, if you're at a particular place, once you work for a while, your next goal, your next career, especially looking at career progression, is to see if you can. You don't as if NHS is the ultimate. It's just that they give people room for them to grow. There's more room actually for career growth. All right. Do we have any more questions from anyone? Does anyone else have any question? I'm here. I'm happy to answer your question while I am here. I'll be dropping a new video soon. I just hope you guys look out for it. But if you don't have any other questions, okay. Someone says, when joining a spouse under dependent visa, does one need to show proof of funds? Sorry. Does one need to show proof of fund if the COS indicate maintenance? Now, to the best of my knowledge, your COS maintenance is for you. Some people say otherwise, but I will need to go and read that again. Your COS maintenance is for you because your maintenance will not cover your husband and your children. It's for you because they're employing you. So most times, yes, especially if they're coming to them, I need to show proof, but I will need to go and go through the document again. If you send me an email, I might give you a precise answer, but to the best of my knowledge, okay, all right. Okay, sorry. Another question, another thing, can I get a sponsorship job as a mental health care assistant from Nigeria? Yes, you can. But if you're asking about getting a job as a mental health care assistant from the UK with the NHS, while that is not impossible, it's very, very tough. The NHS employs mostly nurses, therapists from abroad. I had a lady who sent me an email. In fact, I need to shoot her an email to follow up to ask her how far. She told me that she got an interview from Nigeria with the NHS. Whether she's eventually coming, I don't have that details. But I think I've heard from one or two channels where somebody said yes, they've gotten job from as a care assistant from overseas, but it's tough. That's the truth. It won't be as easy as it won't be a walkover. But of course, it's not impossible. So yes, if you want to try, I would say yes, go ahead and try. But it's not a walk in the park. It's going to be a lot. Okay, it's going to take a lot. So it's possible, but I have not personally seen anybody who got a job from overseas. But I've heard someone sent me an email to say she got at the job, but whether she's coming, I don't really know. Okay. So yeah, but of course there are other mental health institutions. So we have mental health support workers. We have some people who are looking after those with learning disabilities. We have those who are looking after special needs children. So yes, it's not just with NHS. Of course, there are other institutions, learning disability, challenging behaviors. These are all mental health. They also have some private companies as well. But with the NHS from Nigeria, mm, it's not impossible, but it's tough. Even from here, it's also tough as well. But of course, nothing is impossible. Right. Do we have any other pressing question you want to ask? This is your time. We'll just shoot your shot. So yeah, we're nearly about 18 minutes gone. If you have any question you just want to ask or anything you feel you want to know, I can answer. Go ahead and shoot me your question. The next couple of minutes I'll run away. So I'll go and prepare for my Oga at the top is on his way back. But I'm so happy to meet up with hi, African Flair Lady. Ooh, I like your name. African Flair Lady. Look at that. Nice. How you doing? Are you okay? So I just came online just to see who I can find, just to chat. If you have any questions you want to ask, this is your opportunity to shoot me your question, and I'll be happy to answer to the best of my knowledge, as always. Yeah, African Flair Lady, how are you? Where are you joining me from? Are you in the UK or you're back home in Africa, or where are you joining me from? Well, it's Africa, so where are you joining me from? Do you have a question you want to ask me? Yeah? Okay. All right. So, well, I hope I've answered your question, guys. I hope I've answered. I'm trying to see there's another question on the chat. Uh, please, the person who said it's coming for truck driving, please, I'd love to get more details about that. Okay. Okay. Do we have any other question? You have any question you want to ask? You have something you want to say to me? This is here. This is not a live video now. This is live. So yeah, you just use the opportunity and ask your questions, and let's go there. All right, guys. Well. If you don't have any other question, I'll have to run away, and I'll see you guys soon. I'll be posting some videos very soon. Just watch out for those videos. I'll see you guys soon. I wish you all the very best. It's not been very easy getting a job. Okay, somebody said, is it allowed for children under the age of 10 to share a bedroom? That is a boy and a girl. Mm. In reality, the expect that once a child gets to, what's that age again? I'm not sure about the age. A boy and a girl should have separate room. But my dear sister, dear brother, they will not come and look into your bedroom, Nabi. They will not come and knock on your door and say, I want to check where the boy and the girl are sleeping. What is ideal is if you're coming as a family, at least have minimum of 2 bedroom house, at least. So that you and your husband, you're in one, the children are in one. Okay. So unless something happens before they will now have to come and start checking and say, where is the boy sleeping? Unless something goes wrong. But of course, if nothing goes wrong, yeah, the law is there, but if you cannot pay for 3 bedroom house, uncle, so I wouldn't answer to that, but use your number 6. Of course, why not? Yeah. I had another question. Somebody said, hi Jenny, good to see you live. The hours that we get from this employer, do they affect one when they're getting the ILR? Yeah, I think to an extent, but because of the so many complications that have arisen these days, where employers bring people into the UK and they don't have hours for them, I want to believe that when it gets to that stage, there'll be some levity, because if your employer don't give you hours, what can you do? The law states that you should be able to work at least, a certain minimum of hours. If with the NHS is 37.5, with most private employers it's up to 40 hours, so that you can meet up the salary threshold. That's what the law says. But unfortunately, a lot of these employers, they just bring people, some collect as much as thousands of pounds, and they don't give you hours, which is none of your fault. So yes, I'm just going to open the door for my kids. He just came back from the playground. 1 minute, I'll be back. Don't bang, I'm doing a video. Where's our ball? Hey, I thought this thing was koala. What's happened? People should go and bath, please. Why this one cool me? Hey, go and bath. I'm doing a video. This my cup. I'm doing a video. You want water? Want to drink water? Yeah. Pass corner. So you never did video today. What's wrong with you? Right. So I was asking you. So yes. So ordinarily, yes, it should be a factor, but because of course it's of no fault of yours, you can't help it. It's not your fault your employer did not give you hours. So remember that aside from that, you also have extra 20 hours you can work for another employer. Okay. So what I tell people is apply for agency, join agency. You can do extra 20 hours with another employer. Extra 20 hours could give you maybe like 2 nights, or even 2 days, depends on the hours you do. So most agencies, yes, you can do extra 2 days with another employer and get extra money. Okay, so don't wait for your employers and say, I'm not getting job. There are agencies you can join and get extra shifts. Yes. Okay. Any other question, guys, before I run away? If you have any other question, say hi. Say hi. So my boy just came from the playground and just come and carry him. I'm gonna finish your water. Go and finish your water. Go and finish your water. Go now. Any other question, guys? Let me quickly answer and I'll. Okay, I'm not getting your questions. So, you have any other question, guys? Just ask your questions and I'll. Okay. Ronke, are you a day? Thank you. Thank you for your response. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, guys. It's been so nice hanging out with you guys. Thank you for joining me on this live. I hope to do more of this often as much as I have chance. But watch out for my video. If you have any questions, just go ahead, shoot me an email. If you want guidance, if you want me to hold your hands, you can join my one-on-one section and I will hold your hands. We've had testimonies, testimonials, I'm so happy at what my girls are doing, at what my guy has done. I feel the guy among them has got a sponsored job with the NHS. I'm so pleased. I feel so blessed. Being a blessing. So if you want me to just hold your hands, go ahead, join my one-on-one section, and let's roll. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in my next one. Take good care, guys, and rather. Bye. Instead of